Hey folks, so this week and next week we're going to be learning muscles of the muscular system. And we're going to be using APR to do that, or I should say you're going to be using APR to do that. This is the content code for APR. You don't actually have to use this. You could go into APR and just search for the muscles yourself, but these ones are already set. So I'll post this on Blackboard. And here's the list for the first week. And for some of the muscles, say for example this masseter muscle, you need to know the action. So the action of the masseter is to elevate and protract the mandible, the origin, zygomatic arch, and the insertion, mandible. I'm going to post this list on Blackboard as well. And then for other muscles, like the epicranius or the frontalis muscle, you only have to know the action. So it elevates the eyebrows, increases the forehead. Get rid of one of those A's. Right. So, but for all of the muscles, whether you have to know all this information or just this, you have to be able to identify their picture and know their name. Okay. So this is what the module looks like in APR. And you'll go to My Modules if you've already added the list. If not, you'll have to add the list. Click on that and add it. And once you add this list, you can go down to muscular. And here are all the muscles. And however you want to look at it, you can. I'm going to give you an example of one. So let's pick biceps brachii. So the biceps brachii, when you go to study this one, this will be the picture, if this picture is on the test, that you would have to identify. Or it could be a different picture, but it's probably going to be this one. For the biceps brachii, if you go back to our list, you can see that biceps brachii is one of the muscles that you have to know action, origin, and since biceps brachii has two heads, you have to know both of them, the long head and the short head, and then the insertion. So you go to biceps brachii, and you'll have your handy-dandy list there, and you should be able to identify it and know that its action is supination of the forearm, also flexion of the forearm, and it also flexes the arm. So flexion, and I know we've already gone over what flexion and extension is, but flexion of the forearm means like a curl, like you would see someone do a curl. Flexion of the arm is like raising your entire arm in front of you. In case you didn't know that, you could click on this and you could watch it happen. So click on it. So there's flexion of the forearm. Okay. And that shows just that one. And if you can't pronounce it, you can...
Biceps brachii muscle. Biceps brachii muscle.
Okay. You can click on it. Great. So you have your list, you have your APR content. If you have any questions, let me know. You do not have to know innervation or blood supply for this. If you're going to go on to either med school or PA or physical therapy, occupational therapy, you may want to start looking at this stuff, but for right now, don't worry about it. Now, the other part is I've given you in our list the insertions I need you to know. For example, I told you it inserts on the radius. You do not have to know the ones that are on here if I didn't indicate it on my list. This list. So the aponeuroses isn't on here. Okay, just radial tuberosity is. Okay, so focus on this list and using the APR. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know.